Amazing. Usually shit goes haywire at this point. Oh, I forgot to turn on the... What the f*** was that? I said I'm sorry! Now let me discuss the power supply side of the circuit and show you some waveforms. As I showed earlier, the first stage is a capacitive voltage divider. Now if I probe the input AC... Something I forgot to mention is that the rectifier output is only DC between its power and ground output, not reference to the input wires. So I have to move the probe ground to the rectifier output ground, which is, I think, this... Try to turn it on and retrieve all the data available. That's it, I'm gonna pull every remaining hair off my head. Ow! Can't even use tweezers. As I'll mention at the end of my video, I'll give away one of these cameras to someone who appreciates it. Not you, Jim. Here is the piece of wire. Miscalculation. Got too hot too fast. Oh, look at that. That gives me an idea. Turn the supply on. And now you can clearly see that this component is getting hot. In the app, you can swipe the image and see what's underneath. It is a capacitor. I came to Stanley Park. I have an angle grinder and I plugged it in and I cut the wires, and if I touch the wires it turns on. Trying again. Do you see those large sparks? Now I disconnect the battery positive to replace it with the capacitor. Have to remember not to short the battery. Now let's pass some current through the pencil lead. That way I can measure its resistance. Wow, nowadays everything blows up. Let's try again. Wow, it lights up well. Let's try 30 volt 10 amp. Just melted my alligator clip. Now let's kick it up a notch. I'm gonna run 10 amps through a regular pencil's graphite. Wow, this is getting... Oh my god! Whoa! Oh! Let's run 10 amps through this graphite and see how much it glows. Look at this! Let me see if I can measure its temperature using my thermal camera. Wow, look at that. Right away it goes above the 330 degrees maximum. So these get very hot. Always wear safety gloves to protect your fingers and don't try this at home. Let me see if I can make some arcs. Always wear safety goggles when dealing with very bright arcs. Let's try it again. Nice, look at that. Nice. Am I on fire? I suppose using the gardening gloves is not the best idea. Goggles. Let's see if we can melt some copper with this. Look at that, people. Molten... Oh, this glove is not good for this purpose. Did you know that bending metal makes it hot? Let me demonstrate. I plug it in and now the rails are live, so under no circumstances you should touch the rails. Now I put the projectile on. Let's also use my supercapacitors that can deliver hundreds of amps. Let's measure the current too. Oh, it's not making a good contact. Now I just connect it to the battery and it's... I'm gonna fold a piece of paper and set it on the table so you know that it's not connected anywhere, and put my paper on top of it somehow, and we're ready to go. Wow. The problem is that it burns my finger too. So now to check my body tolerance, I set the output to minimum. At 0 volts it's pretty... He puts live wires in his mouth. Now 120 volt DC can be lethal in your mouth, but I can do that too.